It's the time to get down.
That's not it.
Come on, y'all. The Raider Nation is in the house.
That's wrong, man. Wait a minute. What's the hat for?
Hey, that's right. We celebrate because the Raider Nation in the house. We got the one and only QBKilla, Twitter thriller, Warren Sapp in his house, everybody. Give it up. Yeah.
To be here with you.
Yeah. Come on. It's time to be cool. Everybody.
Oh, man, this is crazy. Go
That's
ahead,
right,
Mario.
Vic. It's time for the Gravity Summit Week here at Paxdale TV. It's going to be wild and lifted today. We got CEO Beverly Macy in the house. She's going to be talking all about the power of real-time social media marketing. Hey, sports marketing consultant, the man that made it happen, Mark Francis, too.
Bam.
What's happening, Mark?
All day.
All the way
All
from
day.
Canada.
Yes, all day.
North of the border. Come on, y'all. It's going to be wonderful today because we're going to focus. We're going to hear all about Warren and his over 700,000 Twitter followers.
Oh.
And let me tell you something. The man ain't just talking about football. He's talking about all the sports. He's talking about where to eat, where to go see the movies. He's talking about everything. The brother's got insight, and that's why it's about social media.
Yes.
And that's why it's Gravity Summit Week here at Pax Stereo.
You guys didn't realize this is the longest intro in internet history. I'm telling you guys.
I'll take it.
You'll take it? All day. All
And the
day.
dance behind it. I'll take it. That's right. You got to get some calisthenics. That's what we tell you. Everybody out there, because we come to you live from the chocolate Milky Way. So whatever you're doing this morning, whatever you're eating, whatever you're sipping on, get your fresh fruit, get your yogurt, get your bran muffins, whatever you're sipping on, whatever you're smoking on. Those illegal Cubans, that badass Cali, whatever you're having, everybody come on and share it with us. It's time for morning coffee. Let's get lifted.
I would say something, but you know what, man, Mario? When you go to space, what's the first thing you feel?
Man, you feel the G's.
Gravity.
That's
and
right.
when you at the summit, do you come down?
That's right. But then first you got to go up.
There you go. There you
There
go.
it is.
There you come.
Wednesday at
And
UCLA.
it's a week.
Man.
Gravity. Man, you know something? Can I get a Twitter?
Man, you get a Twitter, you get a tweet, because Warren's passing them all out.
Definitely. And a retweet if you need one.
You know what? I just want to grow up and be like, I can't wear the hat, Mario. I can't wear the hat, man.
I'm telling you, you know what? When I knew Sapp was coming on today, I had to get up and start lifting weights, because, you know, just knowing the big man was going to be in the house, you start walking different. You know, I started walking around the house like this.
There's no physical confrontation going on here today. I am out of shape and my knees don't work anymore.
And I ain't crazy.
Like I said, Mario, you going to swing your arms,
Yeah.
man, or keep doing it? What?
Hey, man, we ready now?
There you
do
go,
what
man.
we came to do.
Dude, that's it.
Let's
Doggone.
do what we
What
came
happened
to
to-
do.
what happened to the
Just
arms, man?
Come on. Be cool.
Okay, that's not bad. But I leave it with Warren.
Work up a
See, that's the
sweat.
man. That's the man. Now, see, I want you guys to know something. We're not in the ghetto. We're right next door to the ghetto. I
No,
want
we
y'all to
say
understand.
that. No, we say that. We're not in the ghetto,
Ghetto.
but you can see the fence. You can.
I thought it was a railroad track. That's what we do in the South, is a railroad track.
Man,
Feel better now, man?
man, I got to get settled in.
I know.
I got to get settled in, you guys, because it's a special day.
It is.
It's a special week here in the neighborhood, and we feel so thrilled to be part of the event that's going on this Wednesday at UCLA, the Gravity Summit. It's more than just the average conference, because it's all about social media, and that's why we have the recipient, the 2012 recipient, excellence, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't say goodness. I said excellence in social media. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up. Give it up. Warren Sapp, everybody.
Yes, sir.
700,000 Twitter. 700,000 any damn thing.
That's a good number. 760.
Wow.
760.
Don't cheat them.
Can't cheat yourself on Twitter. It's a number, and the numbers don't lie.
They don't lie. And it's no wonder that you've been selected, because as I began to get acquainted with what the Gravity Summit was all about, I got more and more impressed. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, Bev was nice enough to bring me a copy everybody of the book.
Oh, yeah.
But you know what? Just to let her know how much I was impressed, I had purchased on my Kindle. See, she got some of my money. That's Mario's. Yeah, I'll go get my own.
I'm impressed.
I'm gonna get me some QBKilla gear too.
You definitely gonna get some of that.
Man, 'cause I was like, man, I'm
You were on my
impressed.
side, too, so it's gonna be easy.
And again, so meet everybody. Bev Macy,
Yes, sir.
CEO Gravity Summit. And then we get our good friend Mark Francis there, the man who's the expert in social media marketing. I'm telling you, this man, and it's been a wonderful journey since we met you. So I have to acknowledge the man who made this all happen. Thank you, Mark.
Yes, sir,
For
man.
the introduction.
Yes.
To Warren Sapp, to Beverly, and just to exposing me to this media. Because, you know, I read a bunch of stuff. But I'm telling everybody, this is something that you should go get. You should go get it. You should really think about this conference, the Gravity Summit, because it's going to be all about education, but it's more than that. It's coming to understand the connection between social media and people like Warren, who he didn't go to I'm sure Warren, he didn't go say, well, let me just figure out what I should do for social media. I'm sure it was more of just, you just somehow stumbled into Twitter. Huh?
Oh, no, I got a better one for you. I'll tell you the story. I'm Twitter illiterate, computer illiterate, all of that. I mean, my kids bought me my first laptop a couple years ago after I retired. So I get my laptop.
Wow.
And then the NFL asked Rich Eisen, our humble host at NFL Network, to start tweeting from the draft. So he starts it. So naturally, me and Rich interact. So he's like, get you a Twitter. I'm like, okay. So I get a Twitter and put my little S up there. He's like, first of all, put a picture up there because Twitter is personal. I'm like, okay, Rich. There's no reason for you to talk to me this way. He's like, and now what are you doing? So I looked at what's happening and typed, yo, it's supposed to just come back and touch me. I didn't know I was actually got to go to the mentions and the ads. He was like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm waiting on it to come back. I just sent out a yo. They supposed to yo me back, right? He looked at me and said, are you kidding me? So he went over and clicked my mentions, and boy, I saw all them at QB. Yo, what's up, Sapp? What up? I'm like, oh, I'm home. I didn't look back at my home time page for at least 2 weeks.
Wow.
I didn't even know. I mean, I was just so that I can go back and forth with fans, because my whole thing was, if I had a chance to touch Tony Hill, number 80 from the Dallas Cowboys when I was a little kid, oh my God, I can actually have a conversation with him and he's typing back to me.
So you get it.
I really get it, because
as a computer illiterate person, like
a
you
real
said.
computer illiterate person, because I never had a laptop. I mean, I was playing football, and the last thing I want to do is carry a 14-pound something on the road with me that I was going to leave in the hotel, because trust me, I was going to leave it. I mean, it just wasn't that important to me on Sunday when I woke up. There was a quarterback, the running back, the offense. It wasn't about that laptop. So I used to leave my house keys in the hotel, so I knew I would have left a laptop. So I just left it alone.
So, Warren, didn't you do it from your phone? I noticed when you
What? I got my tweet deck with me right now. What are you looking for? My phone? Of course I got it with me.
Okay, wait. Everybody, we got to do this. What kind of phone does Warren have? Because our fans like the little shit.
Warren believes in both.
Oh.
I have my iPhone and my BlackBerry, and I will not survive without either.
Now explain that one, my brother.
All right.
Because you got
I'm old school. I'm old school now. Before, when we were doing the texting revolution came around, I was like, what? You better just call me and leave me a voice message like everybody else. I mean, I'm old school. I was born in 1972. There's no texting. You don't type, come over to my house and hit send, and then there's no way for you to identify that I received this.
Right.
So how'd you ever know? And back in the old days when texting, you had to go to the message center and go actually get it.
Right.
It didn't just come to you.
Right.
I'm like, I got to go look for your message? Oh, no. That won't happen. So when I realized that I could type a couple words and a couple things happened in the recess, I said, I might want to try this a little more. So I had a whole phone for texting, I had a whole phone for calling. So
wow.
That's why I have two phones.
And for you guys, we've been monitoring the QBKilla feed, and it's amazing the connection. The fans are having, I looked to see what they were asking him. And what's amazing is the breadth of the questions that he's dealing with. So now I can understand.
Football's too easy for me. When you were an outside linebacker, tight end, and a punter in high school, then you get and you play in the trenches where the game is actually played, the game within the game. It all starts up front. If you can control the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, that's why I play that. So it's too easy for me. I'm not a diva outside talking about catching balls or, dude in the slot talking about catching balls or running down the middle of the field where you don't get hit anymore. Football's too easy. So I want to engage the people on their terms. Food. I'm a foodie. I love my food. I love good restaurants. I love good entertainment. I mean, if I have something, I'm going to share because that's what it's all about. Being able to share, touch, and interact with the fans. Because if it weren't for them, I wouldn't waste my time with 160 characters. I wouldn't, because without them, there's no me.
Well, that's what's so amazing about your stuff. Warren gets it. He connects so easily with people. That's obviously...
I like to talk to them.
You wonder, okay, you guys, because this is my first time meeting Warren, and so when someone is named QBKilla.
That's what the name. So it's kind of like player. Killer. Now, I know you can see the hood, you can see the 187, but that's not out here. That's a player.
Well, and when you have that, you expect a certain thing, but the man's vibe when he enters the room, the energy, brother, that you bring.
Thank you.
That's amazing. You're a comedian. Mostly, the first impression.
If it's not fun, then why are we doing it? That's what I always said about football. We're playing a kid's game, getting paid a king's ransom. Why are we having fun? I couldn't do it anymore once it wasn't fun, so that's why I got out.
Wow. Now Beverly, CEO, Gravity Summit.
That's right.
4th annual conference. Wonderful enterprise. When you go look at what they're doing and how it's come along through the years, wonderful enterprise. I got to show that again, you guys, because what got me is the connection. Now, let me tell you, this is an easy read, too. It's an easy read, very informative. You learn. What's funny is that when you have to stop and think after the first few pages, I had to give that kind of power and credit to her because we spent so much time trying to educate and get people to embrace social media. Well, Beverly Macy has really explained a lot of the how-tos right here in an easy read book because it is about changing culture, right?
It is.
And that's what's so hard about companies. Obviously, you're kind of hip because you chose Warren Sapp.
We did.
She's real hip. And I'm honored she chose me.
Right. That's what I said. So how did that? Because everybody take a look now. You got Mark Francis. I'm just drawing the parallels.
Yeah, you are.
That's the way we do it on Neo-Urban TV because we love it. We love it. That's why we call it Neo-Urban, New Urban Communities.
Right.
It's made up of all kind of folks in spirit like these. But you have to tell me.
Sure. Well, I'd be
about
happy
how
to.
that connection came to get Mr. Sapp with this.
A couple of things that I'd love to say. First of all, it's wonderful to be here and love everything you're doing and the explanations about Twitter and what's happening. This is a phenomenon that's taken over and it's just hit people out practically out of nowhere. But now we're living and breathing in a social media real-time world. And because of that, people are connecting that might not have normally connected. And here we are. This is a perfect example of that,
Wonderful
that we might
example.
not have connected. We started Gravity Summit 4 years ago. I teach at UCLA through the extension marketing, and we launched the very first social media marketing course on any college campus in 2008.
Okay.
And the class was overbooked. We felt bad that we had to turn people away, so we launched a business conference and called it Gravity Summit because my partner at the time said that a brand should be a center of gravity and you should draw into the brand.
Vic, that question about that, very
right?
nice. Yeah.
What you like.
All day.
And what attracts the brand, and then the brand pushes back out to the, all the people that are attracted. And we made the Wall Street Journal. I mean, we weren't planning on it. We really were going to have one event, and we felt bad about turning people away from our class. So we ended up launching Gravity Summit. We did 2 shows at Harvard. We did Stanford, UCI, UCLA, Madison Avenue. We've had speakers from Dell and Cisco and Facebook and Twitter and everybody. We've had everybody come. A couple years ago, we decided to start really honoring people that were doing it right, doing social media right. And one of our first honorees was MC Hammer, actually.
Well, yeah, and Hammer, many of you, we've reported on him on the show. He's wonderful. He's done a lot. He was actually one of the pioneering cats.
I know.
He really was. He was the first person who tweeted me back, right? The first star. I'm serious. Okay, you guys, I'm completely serious. I tweeted Hammer and said, "Would you like to speak at Harvard?" And he DM'd me back and said I would.
In a heartbeat.
In a heartbeat.
I didn't get that offer. I'm kind of shunned right now.
You're getting UCLA, my friend.
I got better for you. How about James Brown, my coworker on Inside the NFL? He went to Harvard and has his Harvard ring.
What?
I brought my little girl to the studio.
Love it.
3 years ago when I first got the job, and she said, "Mr. Brown, I really want to go to Princeton."
That's so cute.
She's special. Trust me, special. I want to go to Princeton. I'm like, baby, why would you say that to her? She's like, I do, Daddy.
Hey, good genes.
So we honored.
Good genes.
Horses don't make sheep, as I like to say.
So we honored Hammer and also Felicia Day, who is from the Sci-Fi Channel. Felicia
Okay,
was on
yeah.
Buffy the Vampire
Yep,
Slayer.
right.
Felicia was one of the first actresses to have over 1 million Twitter followers. I mean, she at the time, when she came to Gravity Summit, I think she had 2.5 million Twitter
Wow.
followers. So she had a whole world going on. And you're right. WoW was what we said. I mean, who knew, right?
Who none of us do. Even though I've been designing and active as a developer, beta tester since the mid '90s, and I can say the phenomena of what happened, no one knew.
Nobody.
Because everybody thought that no one would want to do this. Why would you want to talk to people you don't know?
Right.
That's what everybody said. They said, just like YouTube, it's going to be a bunch of pictures, videos from people's birthday parties, and no one knew that the content was going to be compelling, that the interaction, like Warren said, the idea that you can get to him. That's why
right.
he has 700,000 though.
That's
Because
right.
they can get to him.
I'm going to get back at you. That's the key. You know?
And Beverly, you too, because I tweeted you and you like
I'm on
Johnny on the spot.
I am. Well, now I live and breathe this. This is I speak at Fortune 500 companies and universities and talk about this. And what's great is I'm not necessarily the demographic you think of for new media. So what I get to do is be the example to a lot of
Trailblazer.
executives
You're a
and
trailblazer.
a lot of senior boardroom types who say we can't do that.
Yes, you can.
And I'm here to say, yeah, you can.
Because Beverly, you've had a history. I looked at her bio.
Oh, yeah.
You've had a history
In corporate
America. That means, those of us who've had some time.
That's right.
It's still a good old boy network, whatever they say. And so when you meet
Can I
folks
leave this conversation for a minute?
I'm abdicating.
well, that's why you like to see the new faces, but that's why you got to give folks like Beverly Macy her due, because she came through the ranks.
I did.
And she paid her dues at Xerox, was it?
I was at Xerox for many years.
They used to tell you what to wear.
They
had you could. Well, I'm not lying. You could wear.
I
a white
know you're
shirt,
not.
red, blue tie. They had a rule for the ties, right?
They did.
Okay,
They
so
did.
I'm just saying. So you came through that ranks, and now here you are, as a spokesperson for social media.
I am, and
I have to give you
Gravity's-
claps.
Thank you.
I have to give you claps.
That's
Big
nice.
time, bro.
That's good.
All right, that's enough. Hang on.
And I'll just finish by saying this. So Gravity Summit has now become a worldwide brand as a platform to educate, inform, and empower the business community primarily on the power of social media. And actually, the book came out of Gravity Summit because McGraw-Hill attended our event in New York and
Wow.
approached me to write a book about it.
Oh.
So everything that has happened really was what we said in the very beginning. It's a center of gravity, and Gravity Summit is a center of gravity. And so all these things, people like Warren, like McGraw-Hill, like you guys, it all happens because we've created this platform for it to occur.
Well, wonderful, wonderful. And
There you
now,
go.
our sports marketing
The big guy.
director obviously had something to do with bringing folks like Warren Sapp into this too. And thank you again, Mark. I can't thank you enough for getting the big man here with us.
My pleasure. We had
Just
a
down
great
the
time.
street from the ghetto.
Easy drive.
Oh, man, see.
We had a great time on the show we did together a couple of weeks ago, and
Yeah.
having
Wonderful
met you
show.
guys a couple of weeks ago as well. I thought it was a really nice fit to bring Warren in here, and you guys have such a great following, and it's really a nice fit. So it's totally my pleasure to be able to help
Well,
arrange this at least. And
I gotta hype you too, because I think that your background is also unique and wonderful, and says something about why this community is so new and different. Canadian, first of all.
Absolutely.
You know, and
Eastern.
then that's right. And then tell them how you came because you're connected with UCLA
Yep.
hockey.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit.
Wait. UCLA has a hockey team? All right, I just want to make sure because when they brought the Florida Panthers to Florida in Miami, I was blown away by it. I'm like, I'm in.
Yeah, I've got my hand in a lot of things. I teach sports business up at UCLA Anderson, and I also coach the men's ice hockey team there. They don't have we don't have a full varsity status, so it falls under their competitive club. So I've been doing that for 2 years as well. And I also work on the business development side for a company called BAM Productions. We produce the NHL Winter Classic, and we've done the MLB All-Star Fan Fest since '91, since its inception. And so I've got my hands in a lot of pies. And the one that that obviously is really exciting right now because of what's going on this week is the Gravity Summit. And I met Bev. This is a true story. I met Bev 2 years ago when I came down here because I wanted to take a course in social media. I had just finished my MBA after, mid-career change, that kind of thing. And I took Bev's course, and that's how we met.
That is a true story.
And
Absolutely.
The power of social media.
There it is.
Now we're going to take a chance to look at that site too.
Sure.
We're going to take a look at the and plus, I got to come back to war. I'm just bringing it to pacing myself. It's an art to this. We're going to look at some QBK, but we got to look at the Gravity Summit site because it's a great site, you guys. And I can't wait. I have another thing to do on Wednesdays. I took off from my regular to go be part of this because I'm going to spend the day. Because when I looked at the agenda and saw the 9 a.m., right, Bev Macy's going to be doing the opening. I will be there, Bev. If it takes Starbucks, if it takes I would say we got some breakfast first, though.
We're going to have breakfast.
Some vittles. It's always when you get some vittles. It's always good that way. Pull my leg to eat, yeah.
Fish and grits for me.
I take the shrimp and grits. Who said fish
Oh,
and grits?
man.
See, my family's from Florida,
I
too,
just
so I
say,
know.
you get to that south, you know what time it is with me. Let's eat.
I said, I got family. But everybody take a look at the Gravity Summit website. You can go there, take a look at the seminars. You can register. You can find out all about the things going on. It's going to be schmoozing. I'm looking forward to the event at the Roxy.
The Roxy's going to be awesome. So in the book is Nick Adler.
Yes.
Nick
I
Adler
wanna meet
is
Nick.
the son of the original owner, Lou Adler of the Roxy. And people know the story of the Roxy Theater on Sunset.
Saw Shaka Khan, crazy concert.
Stop
with
it.
Stevie Wonder.
Stop showing your age.
Everybody has been there.
I am so
Are you
Springsteen.
singing there next week?
And
It's been there. That's one of the places I went right when I hit 21.
you bet.
Landmark. Absolute landmark.
But here's a great social media story, and actually one of the key things about the book, just to go back to that, and I'll tie it to the Roxy, is we really wanted to focus on case studies in the book.
Right.
So we have a nonprofit, the American Red Cross, and the Haiti
Right.
earthquake. We have
Right.
EMC, a technology company. We have DirecTV. We have Mazda. We have Wahoo's Fish Tacos, and if you really want to meet a great guy, it's Wing Lam, the CEO of Wahoo's.
Wow.
He's an amazing guy. And then also Nick Adler. And why Nick? Well, Nick came and spoke at my class at UCLA and talked about how, the music business had changed and everybody was going to Silver Lake and downtown and nobody was coming to the Strip. I mean, it was over. It was like history. It was, your
That's right.
father's music and all this kind of stuff, right? So with social media, they started blogging and tweeting and talking about the bands and giving a voice. They never allowed cameras inside. Now everybody takes pictures, posts everything. So they really were
That's a
able to
change.
revitalize. And then the Viper Room came on, and then the Comedy Club, and now there's what they call the Social Strip, which is all those guys down there promote each other's shows.
Yeah.
They talk about, hey, we're closed tonight, but go down to the Viper Room because here's
we're
who's
going to have to
playing.
go investigate that, Vic. We're going to have to go back. It's been
I'm
years
telling
for
you
me.
guys. And so anyway,
They still do that Steel Panther on Monday night over there, whatever that is. When you like sing those 80 songs. I got caught up in that one night. It's pretty cool. That old 80s rock and roll gets you going, baby.
I would pay to see you.
I was on the stage.
Some
Trust me,
A-list song. I would pay. I would pay. How many would pay to see
All
Warren
day.
Sapp?
All
First of
all
all,
day, man.
Dancing with the Stars. How many
Yeah.
got it? I meant to bring it up.
I
The
know.
man did Dancing with the Stars. See, that's a credit to nimble feet. You can't chase the quarterback if you ain't got nimble feet. Little nimble feet.
I'm a safety trapped in a 300-pound body. That's all. I'm really a little guy. I'm just trapped.
So he can dance.
Now, Mario, I got to ask something, man.
Yes, my brother.
Because you got to represent some of the people who are waiting. Mac, Port Townsend, Washington. You guys
Oh,
all
yeah,
having
you guys
a
all in the
party
chat
fest.
room. Okay.
And he can't.
I'm sorry.
You-
Well, I'm nervous. I get all
Well,
excited.
here's the part you got to do. You got to engage the people.
That's right.
See, you
That's the
guys are having
word.
Too much fun.
That's the word, Bev.
So here they are waiting to go.
Warren engages.
Well, come on, bring the people in. Then. That's what you here for. You're supposed to get it right. He's been lifting and everything this morning.
Oh,
Between
he's
the lifting and Starbucks,
That's
he
right.
wide up right now. You're supposed to bring him back
I'm
down.
trying to.
You the gravity force.
Oh, you know what? There we go. I feel better now. Okay, Port Townsend, Washington. GNN. You want to tell them what GNN stand for, man?
Ghetto News Network.
Ghetto Negro Network.
I knew something about ghetto.
And we use I don't want to get Bev and them in our controversy. Negro, I'm old. Negro was a word white folks used to being nice to you. That's what I told everybody. There's a historical precedence here. So that's why we have embraced it.
We
We
embrace
old.
it.
And
We
it's
We old.
embrace it.
Negro was never a bad word.
Like my grandma said,
It was
old
not a
habits
bad
is
word.
hard to break.
Right. Right. It was not a bad, and it's not,
And
it was
it's
never.
President's Day.
See, that's
There you
right.
go.
A holiday. That
It's
is.
a
Let's get it.
generational.
It's all about the rainbow, you guys.
It's the
We
other
love it.
ones you gotta
We love
watch.
Stop it.
All right,
You
Bev,
can say that one.
Bev, we're trying to go. I'm gonna protect you.
That's
Yeah,
okay.
I got her. I got her.
They-
I got her. I'm gonna make
it's
sure
me-
she
it's
get
me
out of
or
here and
her,
march fast enough to get himself out.
All right.
See, Mark, the Canadians go, they just watch us and go, what is going on?
I know.
We got insurance for everybody. I don't know what they doing now, man.
I learned fast though.
This is wrong. Okay. All right. Now let me. We have to go backwards a little bit because we was talking about football. Because Mario and I, we talk about the social media and how it's going to impact. It's going to get more. So Port Townsend, GNN says, do you see a time where the athletes can actually tweet themselves somewhere, whether it's close to on the field? They say
Because the
no,
NFL
it's not gonna happen.
No. You have to eliminate it right up to game time because there's people out there betting. No, I'm serious. I'm serious because that type of information that could be disseminated from that locker room 40 minutes before a game is pretty,
You're right about that.
it really could affect lines and different stuff. So
You see it-
that's why they cut that off.
You see it some like in a Major League All-Star game last year did a lot of that during the home run hitting contests and things like that. You'll see it.
Well, we did it at the Pro Bowl. They did it at the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
They allowed them to tweet a little bit at the Pro Bowl because, that's really not a football game. That's just gonna be real with you. That's really not a football game anymore. So we have to find a way to keep the fans watching that. So we tweet.
That's a party. That's a party to watch.
That ain't even a party. That's the hangover after the party. Because that's what it is on Sunday. You done packed all your clothes up and you wake up that morning, run to the stadium. The only thing you're doing is going to the airport after this. Trust me, you out of here.
Okay.
I'm keeping it real with
That's
you.
wrong.
We are out of there after that. That Sunday, you've been all week.
Now, you know what? Now, Mario, I got to, like I said, I have to get the questions in where I can fit in.
Come on,
go on.
We actually run this, and I'm not going to say the word.
We're,
And-
actually, we're curtailing our profanity.
yes, we are.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're doing that for
Oh.
a reason.
Warren's family's still
That kids, man, it's a family show. Let's turn it at least for an hour. All right.
It was hard, though.
No,
Can't be hard.
It's not that
I
hard.
go on for 5-6 hours on a Sunday morning.
But you don't curse.
Not one word.
Oh, man.
Y'all
I
heard
applaud
that.
you,
Okay,
man.
everybody.
I applaud
I
you.
give it to him.
Man.
I give it to
Not
him.
one word.
I
A friend of
give-
mine that Legends,
Yeah.
the old barbershop,
Yeah.
they moved over to Trendsetters. So the one dude that's in there, I was in there getting my hair cut the other day, and he was looking at me with his arm folded and had that look in his face, and I'm like, everything all right? He's like, dog, how you be on that TV for 4 or 5 hours and no cuss? I see you in this barbershop and we having conversation. I'm like, just stop. I said, that's a whole different environment. When I'm in here with y'all, we can enjoy ourselves. But when I'm on the television, we can't do that.
Well, because you obviously got the impact of that because I noticed your tweets. Your fans say crazy stuff.
Oh.
Your fans
And
say
when you
crazy.
wild out at me, I'll make sure you follow me, hit you with a DM, be like, you got that small of a vocabulary, you got to use those words? I mean, come on. Come on out, son. Come on out, son. You want to talk to me on an open market where 800,000 people see it? Well, at least use some words that we can go back and forth.
That's right. That's right.
Come on.
Well, thank you.
I have to. I just totally avoid that conversation. Whenever you use little words and 4-letter words, that's for the golf course and for home. When you around your boys in a certain setting, you can do that. But when you out in the public eye, nobody wants to read that.
Well, I'm glad someone has stated because I think we do need more manners.
Oh yeah, a lot more manners, a lot more home training.
Yeah, because when was the last time you heard "excuse me" outside?
What? Thank you.
Thank you, or
may I?
May I? Never. I guess your kids say that.
It better. I got size 15 and some big hands.
Hey, I can't
they don't play. We don't play that at my house. When you feel like you don't need no home training, that means you're paying your own mortgage.
Everybody, take a look.
You're good.
Hey.
I don't get it, man.
Now I want you to take a look.
Wait. I also have a white and a black one for you. See, the pink one was for the young lady because they had told me there was a young lady that y'all run. The Amber Black, y'all run her to death. So I was gonna bring her a gift so she feel a little better about being ran to death.
Hammer, I don't know, girl. You might not.
I'm gonna bring you a white and a black one. You two. I'm gonna hook y'all up. I gotta hook up the Raider Nation.
Hammer's gonna want
and
this.
you can get it at tundragear.com. So don't worry about it.
Okay. Oh, say that again.
We have other, teams. So it's tundragear.com.
Gotcha.
Okay,
You can get your Patriots. You can get your Tebow. You can get your Washington Redskins. You can get them all.
Oh, Mar, you about to say?
I only take care of the Raider Nation.
So you as an enterpriser, because I want to show some of Warren's enterprising things. Here's the QBKilla website, and I like that picture. Man, that's a nice picture.
Listen, man, you don't get many opportunities to hug and kiss on the Lombardi
Hell
Trophy.
no, you sure don't.
And did you see all the other hands trying to get it from me? I mean, look at John Lynch, and that's Lomas, and that hand over the top is Martine Grammatica. that long white one right there, with the white sleeve on, that's Martine. So
You weren't a safety in that picture, were you?
not even. I mean, I just wanted to grab it and kiss it. I mean, just hold on to her for a quick minute because I know she was going away from me for quite a long time. I didn't see that thing again for 2 days.
Really?
Wow.
I didn't see it for 2 days.
Wow.
I'm like, where's the trophy? It's over there in somebody else's room. I was like, all right, when we get on that plane going home, she's riding with me. And that's what I saw again. She's riding with me.
I'm so impressed. Tell me a little bit more about what you're doing with your other. I know you got a bunch of. See, so first of all, your name obviously means a lot.
Listen,
it's a brand.
The thing that I want to do is expand my brand, and I want to expand my brand with the Vidi and the other different things that I have going, and get it to a point where I evolve my social media because they recognize me as a leader and an innovator. I want to get to a point where, I learned a new word today. Me and Mark definitely learned a new word. It's called edutainment. So I want to be able to educate and entertain at the same time because with the amount of people that I'm touching, it can't just be foolishness and wildness. It's got to be something that's worthy of being grabbed on and worthy of being interacted with and something worthy of being said.
Well, I like that, my brother. The man has a bunch of sides, obviously. And to go from chasing down quarterbacks in the NFL.
Listen, I chased the running backs, receivers, tight ends, too. They just didn't have the ball.
Because I saw it. You know what? Because I was. When
it wasn't much fun.
No. Because I used to see him. I go, Sapp, man, Brett Favre and all that stuff. And you, like you said, QBKilla, I can't get. Now, I watched the games.
I know.
What can I say?
I know.
And the man, what about the talk? Hall of Fame. I got to at least say a little bit about that.
Listen, I'm gonna
you
tell
define that position.
I'm going to tell you like this. The simple fact that my name comes up with some of the great ones that have played this game is enough for me. Because I'm just a little small town boy from Plymouth, Florida. My town ain't even on this map anymore. They incorporated in Apopka. So it's not even on the map anymore. The zip code's still there, but it's not even there anymore. So when you grow up on a street that's dirt, and now that street is half paved, half dirt, and is named after you, you have to find yourself. So I would love that achievement, but if it doesn't come my way, then it's all right. But the simple fact that we talking about it and my name comes up in the conversation,
and your name
it's pretty exciting.
Up.
It's pretty exciting.
Right.
I like that part.
And you get some claps on that, brother.
Yeah, thank you.
You earned it.
Thank you.
The hard
No,
one.
the thing, if I can interject here just a little bit, the thing that I think the lesson to learn from Warren is that he really gets the engagement piece. If you look at his Twitter stats, he's got 760,000 followers or whatever, but you look at the number of people he's following and communicating with. Mm-hmm. Just my philosophy only. I mean, social media, if it's not designed for sports and entertainment types, I don't know what else it's designed for, ideally. And if you look at a lot of the other celebrities out there on Twitter and whatnot, they might have 1 million followers and then following 5 people. That's not what social media is all about. It's about engagement, and Warren clearly gets that.
Two-way communication.
Absolutely.
Two-way and personal. Like I said, I just met the brother. I already feel like I know him. So he has a unique... no, I'm going to say he has a unique thing about him that immediately makes you kind of... Everybody don't have that. I've met a number of ball players, and most don't.
Either you're in or you out. In my book, it's a country boy. Either we family or we not. It's just kind of what it is. You draw the line.
And the other thing you said earlier too about having a picture. People
that drives me crazy.
Oh, thank
with
you.
their dogs and these eggs and.
I tell people in my class, do not be an egg. Nobody wants to talk.
Nobody talks to an egg or the dog. Or the dog. Why would I want the dog or your little girl's picture? I mean, why not you and your little girl?
I keep telling them, and your name so I can know who you are.
That's right.
Because sometimes you have these crazy names. I'll cut a fool. That's your names. How about right? Dear, I'll cut a fool.
Yeah.
And it's worse than that.
But,
way worse than that.
it also creates that community that we do feel like we know each other. People have come up to me and given me a hug and said, "Oh, I follow you on Twitter." I'm nobody, okay? Compared to this guy, I am nobody.
You are definitely somebody, Beth. Don't take that.
But what I mean by that is because I put out who I am and I've branded myself and I have a picture people know.
Right.
So we do feel more connected offline. It's really interesting how that happens.
Yeah, that picture thing really got me. From day one, that's what Rich told me. Put a picture up there. It's personal. I said, okay, Rich. My God, don't kill me. I like my little S I had up there. He's like, yeah, but nobody else cares. They want to see your face. I'm like, okay.
I must admit, Warren, you really wonder what he would be like on a platform where he got to choose the topics. The Twitter he gets to, but I'm talking about, he's on major media. He's on major media. When you're on major media, there's a lot of money involved, of course. But sometimes I do wonder what folks like you, what you would talk about if there was the Warren Sapp hour, and you were only going to talk about...
You got a little bit of that this morning on Twitter. If you had your tweet that open this morning. I woke up and it was President's Day, and TD Bank really drives me crazy. TD Bank's is my boy right now, and they're Canadian. It's funny that Mark's beside me right now. I'm banging on them because they had a big sign on the front of the bank. Open Martin Luther King Day, and I'm like, what? So I'm wondering if TD Bank opened the day on President's Day, because the Federal Reserve is closed. So all these transactions you're doing don't go in. So why are you open again?
Right.
So
my check hasn't cleared yet.
and we put it in Friday.
I'm waiting till tomorrow.
Because our Canadian money's worth more right now.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
You guys, you got to come out on Wednesday. We got to remind you, come out on Wednesday to the Gravity Summit.
Can I talk a little bit about who's coming?
Oh,
Beverly,
you could do whatever you
Give them the
want.
rundown,
all day.
I'll follow you.
Thank you. First of all, one of the key things we do is recognize, and because our focus is on sports and entertainment, we're recognizing Warren for excellence in social media for sports, Janina Gavankar, who plays Luna in True Blood. It will be recognized for entertainment. Janina has a Posterous site, Posterous, it's like a Tumblr. It's and she does a whole thing for actors and connecting people into actors and that type of stuff. And then we're going to also recognize Nick Adler because he's the Roxy is the #1 followed music venue on the planet.
Really?
Now. Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he has taken his little blog, and I'm going to tweet out to a few musicians, to a whole other level. And he's really a best practice. I mean, in a business sense, he's somebody that others are following. And now he's just launched an agency actually called Adler Integrated to do social media for the music business.
Wow.
So he's really broadening out and speaking all over the place. So we've got that piece. That's our awards. But what's also, we have an action-packed agenda. We will be talking about social TV, which is the new hot topic.
Yes!
Social TV, and we're engaged in it right now here in a way. So social TV is this concept of being able to check into television shows and commercials through platforms like Get Glue and these guys. So you can actually now think about what happens when somebody can check into the NFL shows. Now you can really start having a whole new level of connection with people, but also you can get data about who's really watching and interacting and sharing. So we've got Fox, Warner Brothers, Sony, all coming to talk about their social TV and audience engagement initiatives. We've got Nielsen, TV Guide, Get Glue. We have somebody from Get Glue, which is a big deal. Get Glue is one of the hottest new startups in this area right now. And then in the afternoon, Mark's going to host a sports panel. And really what we're talking about in sports is this idea that you mentioned about the flattening of the availability for people to communicate. So the barriers are coming down, right? So the fan can talk to the player, and the fan can talk to the team, the fan can talk to the league. And that's really new, where you have all of that, right?
So new.
And they can talk to each other, and that's the social part of it.
Yeah. And the part of that that's going to be exciting is the group we have coming. We have the social media directors and digital media directors for the LA Kings, the Anaheim Ducks. Wasserman Media Group is coming. Golden Boy Productions and
all the big boys.
All the big boys. It's
Talk
gonna
a
be
little
great.
bit about Golden Boy for a second, Mark, because they're amazing. Golden Boy is Oscar De La Hoya's promotion arm. So.
Bruce Binko, their chief marketing officer, is coming to be part of the panel, and we're really excited because they're doing some great things. I mean, a lot of people felt that boxing, or still feel that boxing is kind of waning, with the advancement of the
MMA.
UFC and that type of thing. But boxing is doing some really interesting things, and I'm really, really interested to see what Bruce has to say about some of the specifics of what they're doing to kind of revitalize what's a great sport.
Until we can get some new boxers.
That's it.
Until they want to fight. You know what I'm saying? Like the Floyd and Pat. I mean, you're not going to put together the best fight for the last 5 years. That's why boxing's dying.
That's right.
That's why boxing's dying.
You need ambassadors.
I mean, everybody will pay for it, but they don't want to fight. So that's why boxing's dying. So until they get in the ring and give us the best matches,
That's right.
boxing will be on that edge of falling
have
off
that
the face of the earth.
conversation with him.
Oh, I am. I promise you I'll say it to him. 'Cause I'm not a boxing nut. I'm really not. I'm really not a boxing nut, because of the thing that I've always asked the boxing guy, why you too mad again?
It's money.
If that's all it's about, then say so. Don't be up here rubbing on each other forearms and noses and stuff. Faking it.
Well, y'all can see this man, like we keep saying, is the perfect candidate. Beverly talked about social TV, and I want to reiterate how thankful we are, because when folks like yourselves come to us, and we're using the platforms that so many of the indie cats are using out there. Right now, we're live streaming right now on livestream.com, ustream.com. Sometimes Justin, the TV is working.
It's temperamental.
It's temperamental,
yeah.
But we're doing that, and we have an interactive chat room. And when folks like yourself come to us, when Tava Smiley came to us, when some of the other folks, some of the groups, Phil Perry, Tina Marie, LTD, when they come to us, it legitimizes for so many of the folks that are thinking about doing this and getting, because remember,
Right on the edge.
Right, they on the edge.
Yeah.
They need to see you. When they see you, they start thinking, well, if Sapp did this, damn, I played, how many years did I play? I should be, but maybe you ain't got the personality. But that's when they find us, some of them don't have the personality.
Well, actually, you can build yourself up. Just go slow. You know what I'm saying? Go slow.
Get
Read
one.
some tweets, read some
Yeah.
retweets, and then, get out there a little bit. You'll be
And
all
this
right.
team will help you. Warren
I'll
and
definitely help
Beverly
you out. We give you a
and
couple
Mark,
retweets,
they will help you.
on your team, talk with you, get you out of the elementary stage, so we
There
get you to
you
junior
go.
high.
Well,
Once you get to junior high, now you're ready.
Is there any messages you want to send out to the fans, any of you, at this point, before we get ready to close up?
Well, what I'd like to say is just thank you so much for the opportunity. It's really fun to be here. I'm a native LA girl, so it's neat to be in LA and doing this new media. It's all important. I did do an interview with Tavis Smiley for Gravity Summit last year, so that was fun too. Yeah, and I hope people will come out to UCLA on Wednesday. The after party at the Roxy is also on our website, and people can come to that. We have a a fantastic blues singer, Geneva Magnus, who's an alligator recording artist,
Right.
and she's going to be amazing. She was actually at our very first Gravity Summit 4 years ago, an artist looking to do personal branding, get out there. So we're going to see her. And the main thing that I tell people in class is that you've got to do this, right? It's not about just reading a book or listening to us. You've got to go start interacting, and you will be amazed how your world will open up to people that I never thought I would be sitting in the room with Warren Sapp, okay? Wasn't on a list, and here we are because
I bumped shoulders with her.
because of social media, and so that's it for me.
You know what? I'd like to echo that. I'd like to thank the fans out there, because without them, there's no me on social media. There's no anything. And I'd never thought in a million years I'd be getting followed and retweeted by Bev. I'm looking at it. Lauren Sapp's coming through. I'm like, wow, she's actually excited about seeing me. You know, most people when I come in, they're like, hide the women and children. He's coming. No, it's not that anymore. You don't play anymore.
I'm going to spread the word. This is a fatherly family man.
Oh.
Anybody who don't curse now and on their own show,
No,
that says something.
No,
That says
there's no
something.
reason to. There's no
That
reason
says
to.
something.
There's so many other things that we can talk about other than
I'm proud of you, brother.
the
I'm proud
N
of
word, the F word, and all that foolishness. I mean, come on, we've heard enough of that. So let's get on to something that actually is entertaining and engaging and, you know, informational more than anything. And let's spread the word that
Edutainment.
edutainment. That's what I'm talking about. Edutainment, and that's all I'm about.
Now, before we go any further, I have to ask this because I think most of the time when people go to Gravity, Gravity Summit is wonderful. I call it our Gravity Summit week. Every day,
Thank you.
it's our Gravity Summit week here at Pack Stereo.
Yeah, all
so
day
we
this
represent
week, we're
all day
focused.
this week. So
Yeah.
I want to thank Mark also because he did something way out that he didn't have to, and I appreciate it. But here's the question, because most of the time when people are going to venues like that, they're missing the connection. And I always say it's about people. So most of the time, people think they're going to hear linear conversation. What is it that's different about the Gravity Summit that makes people feel like this is like a social media party?
Sure, it's a great question. And first of all, we set it up at round tables, right? So everybody's together. We're not like in an auditorium where you're just facing front. We're really fostering conversation. We want people to interact. And the other thing is that we're not so big. We'll have about 200, 250 people there. We're not so big that you can't go up and talk to the speaker after they give their talk or whatever.
Right.
And we also have our after party so that people can continue the conversation. That's the whole point.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, the party is open to everybody. Even if you didn't come to the conference, you can RSVP on our website and come on up to the Roxy and get in on the conversation. And the final thing we do is the hashtag for the event is #GrabSome. And we do what you guys are doing. We take questions from our Twitter followers throughout the day. And we're really good at this, and we will be a trending topic. Because
Yeah.
we know how to
Absolutely.
we know how
Yeah.
to make it happen. So
And I want to see you Wednesday.
Everybody.
there you go.
Everybody, thanks to our guests, Mark Francis, Sports Marketing Director, Bev Macy, CEO of the Gravity Summit, and of course, the big man, the Twitter thriller, QBKilla himself, ladies and gentlemen, Warren Sapp. Everybody,
Thank you.
thank you. Thank you.
Yay.
Just
Nice.
wonderful. Just
Nice.
wonderful.
Everybody, give us a few minutes to take a few pictures with our guests. I'm going to put on some videos
And
right
I'm going to
now.
take some pictures of these things on the wall and show everybody what's in here. Y'all got to
really
see
going
this.
on?
This is something special.
We'll be right
You
back.
gotta tweet that out.